finally DT Partner Summit, and we are at the mid of the session because the panel is one of the most important thing. That's why we have gathered, because as I earlier said in my welcome note that let's discuss, debate and educate. I know it's late, but we'll have to do this because the Partner Summit is all about giving some information, sharing some information which can help all of you here, and we can build a good discussion here. So let me call our first panelist, Alok Gupta sir, President PCAIT. So he is here as a panelist from PCAIT. So PCAIT is one of the leading IT association. So he will put up his views on behalf of association. Sir, thank you so much. Please join us, sir. Our next panel is S. Karthikeyan sir, Senior VP FAIITA. So as I earlier said, FAIITA is the Federation of All India IT Association. So his views are very important to know that what things the association is doing for the well-being of all IT partners in India. I have my next panel, Rajesh Khurana sir, who is Country Manager, Consumer Business, BIWIN Technologies. And he is from the brand side, so he has a lot of responsibility today to talk on, sir. My next panel is Kamini ma'am. Ma'am, please join us on the stage. She is Director, Iris Global Services Private Limited and a well-known women power leader in our industry. And with our next panelist, Gurpreet Singh Jagdev ji, who is President PACT. So the PACT, the Punjab Association President has come. And so there are a lot of things which we need to know about the Punjab side. So we are trying to cover each and every aspects of the discussion. So I know we are running late because of the weather. थोड़ी बारिश क्या हुई, हम लेट हो गए, but कोई नहीं, हम कोशिश करेंगे कि पैनल डिस्कशन को फ्रूटफुल बनाया जाए, छोटा सा डिस्कशन हो, बट कुछ ना कुछ टेक अवेज हो यहाँ से लोगों का. To start with, ma'am, women first. So please, you'll have to summarize things because we have to cut the discussion in a way that we can wind up the session and we can move for the award distribution ceremony for which all the partners are waiting here. Ma'am, we know Iris Global Services, how well you have a large network base in India. As a distributor, because you are the leading distributor catering to the lot of brands you are helping them to reach to the customers. So as per you, what do you see? Two things you need to answer. That one, the major challenge you see as a national distributor in current scenario, and how you're tackling those challenges and your advice for the partners, the smaller partners who are suffering.
So today, the most important point to be noted here is that the large top multinational companies are degrowing. And degrowing is an understatement, I would say. The challenges are very, very huge. So the desktop laptop market is shrunk, and unless we look at something else, we will not be able to survive. Second problem is the layoffs in the multinationals and in the IT industry. The layoffs are too many, and in the last couple of years, there is extra inventory bought, which is lying redundant in the corporates. And third is the price increase. Due to dollar fluctuation, the prices has gone up, and from the vendor to the T1 to the T2, everyone is bleeding. So these are some of the major challenges that we are facing in the IT industry.
Tell about how you're tackling as a national distributor. What will be your advice for these challenges?
So I see three sectors, three verticals which are firing at the moment. So in the industry, there are three verticals. One is the top enterprise, which is not firing, the medium, and the SMB. The SMB is the one which is really firing, and it also has three categories. One is healthcare, second is educare, and third is agricare. So these three sectors are firing right now. And in the healthcare, every passing day, the need of IT is growing. Today, there is no MRI without an IT. There is no healthcare without an engineer. So we need to put our focus in this industry and meaning whether it is security surveillance, whether it is AV, everything is going in healthcare. And we see a lot of opportunities in healthcare. So the channel partners have to remain focused, they have to remain specialized, and they have to, they have to see where the opportunity is, pick and choose the orders. Second thing I see is that education. Education orders are like huge, humongous. We have done extremely large deals. There are projects where we had to do funding to the partners, open funding also, and secure funding as well. But education is booming. And the package, what goes in education, which is AV, which is cameras, which is online instructor to the software, it is huge. And this is the sector where people have to focus. And third is agriculture, where there is a huge tablet buying. At least 2 crore of tablets are going to go in the next 1.5 years. And not only Samsung, not only Lenovo, everybody has a chance. Everyone has a chance to sell tablets. And there are Make in India tablets, plus we have Make in India for Iris as well. And we have already displayed here the tablets. So I have explained these 3 verticals which are really growing, and I want the partners to stay specialized and focused.
Rightly said, ma'am, because the areas which you touched, even I was not aware that the farming and the agriculture sector, there are demand for such products. So thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing such a valuable information with our audiences. Alok sir, moving to you. Being a president of PCAIT, how do you see sentiments among channel partners currently? And what is the current status of market growth and the reason behind some sluggish demand currently?
As I expressed in my keynote also, so the first question is challenges. They are mainly there for retail business. As madam said that all the multinationals are in 25-30% down with respect to the box move. So suggestion is you have to ensure that your earlier customers are coming to you back again and again. So you have to ensure you have to engage with them for retailers. And if you are not an exclusive store, then you should add more number of products. You have to balance between push and pull product, because the pull product will not give you the margin, and you will find someday you will realize that your expenses are more than your income, which is already happening. So, and for system indicators, yes, vertical wise, but also to me that public sector and government, there is a huge scope. Great projects are going on. You go to GEM, you will find that so many tenders are there every day where people are winning. I see many people, they say, I want to work only with the government, and old days are gone when there were payment issues and all. I don't see any payment issues with PSUs and government these days. You write a proper note to proper vigilance department, within 3 days you'll find somebody is calling you what is happening. So that's the key for the business to grow.
तो सर अच्छे दिन आ गए हैं मतलब business में. Thank you sir, thank you for highlighting a few key points. Karthikeyan sir, as being Federation of All India IT Association, how do you see, means we talked about the sentiments, but I would like to discuss one more thing about you, which is at the retail conclave, I was there to cover this. There was a lot of discussion happened about the well-being of the retailers. So can you brief about those discussion and the key takeaways? Is anything which has moved on and we are looking for a positive retail environment?
Thanks Rajiv for having me here. It's a great venue and a great arrangement. But to quickly get into the question, actually a senior person like Alok ji has already covered everything what the channel partner has to focus on. Coming to your question on retail, see the challenges which are being faced in a time when there is a market which is going down at 30%. I think there's going to be enough turbulence in every level. So managing that is not going to be so easy and so quick. It has been addressed in every level, in every possible way. It has been addressed and it has been taken note of, because we're talking about major retailers today are exclusive retailers, where the brand is going to take care of them, but still they're finding a challenge to do that because of the downturn in the numbers. So this is something which we are working towards, and it has to be done on a concurrent basis to see we protect the channel partners' interest.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for putting up your views on behalf of FAIITA. Rajesh, sir, moving to you. Because, you know, you have been, I know personally you as a storage king because, you know, you were with the various organization and the storage is your core domain. So tell me something about the SSD market which exploded, especially in last 2 years. There was a huge demand, but in recent times demand was not as it was earlier. So what are the reasons for this sudden change and what is your advice for the partners who are into the core storage business?
Yeah, so I think I would compare this entire situation like a pebble dropping into a pond full of water.
Okay.
It's like COVID came, COVID is like a pebble. Pebble dropped in the water, you see a water rise, we see sudden demand spurting up. All the guys made money in that. But it's natural that after some time it will normalize. So what we saw was because of COVID and extra demand being created, now getting normalized. As far as storage is concerned, I still see a huge demand. Reason I'm telling you.
Okay.
Opportunities which are creating ecosystem for AI and 5G require these days flash-based edge storage. Now it's not just the SSDs going into the consumer segment, it is the SSDs or different storage form factors going into industrial grade applications like medical electronics, like your aviation, like the EVs, what we're talking these days. So what I'm trying to message out is, please do not get into a gloomy situation. It's not that.
Right.
It is just a transient phenomena which we see in a normal lifespan of any IT thing. Just be patient. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about why did the SSDs caught up. First of all, one was the speed. You required laptops with huge speeds, you needed SSDs.
Right.
The other reason was they were cheaper than in some capacities than the hard disk.
Right.
Today I can see SSDs getting cheaper than 1 terabyte hard disk. So why will not it move? It will move.
Of course.
We see a huge demand which is there right now. People will suddenly start converting 1 terabyte SSDs, simple, from hard disk to SSD. So that exists right now. So I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a boom.
Okay, so you corrected me, sir. So seriously means, you know, the part which you mentioned is really, there is a lot of opportunities. We should change our aspects to see and find out where are the opportunities and we should move on. Gurdeep, sir, Gurpreet Singh, sir, आप पंजाब से हैं और Punjab is one of the key market for IT. So I would like to know about, you know, the major concern because you're the PACT president for the partners in Punjab. How is the sentiments there?
Well, Punjab is no different from what is happening all around the country. Like, we have been fortunate that in spite of the size of Punjab, we have got a lot of considerably bigger market share, and we have got some very leading partners who have been making a big impact in the Indian market. The traditional, these are difficult times, but these are difficult times for those who are not changing, those who are not adapting to new things, who continue to do what they were doing for so many years. As Madam has told, it's a good opportunity with the schools, with the back-to-back accounts, the SSD opportunity, sir has told. So these are the opportunities we have to keep our eyes open to, you know. Like, we cannot, but at the end of the day, all the entrepreneurs are opportunists. We are businessmen with the opportunity waiting for us. Anybody who is not using an opportunity is not a businessman.
Right.
So in a way, like, if we don't adapt to this, वही बेचो जो इसमें बचता है. If the 31.1%, the way Rastogi shared in our president group recently, there is a degrowth of 31.1% of PC market. No, that has got an opportunity somewhere else. The units which are coming from import or from the South Africa, from the Dubai sectors, they are not getting reported. But that is the opportunity which is actually hampering the other traditional market. But somewhere we would need to highlight that the government need to take up the e-waste thing, which I was talking to you on phone day before yesterday we were talking. This has to stop because this is disrupting the traditional business. The companies, the brand stores will start to close down. The people with crores of investment will have to face competition who are buying 5 boxes. So this will actually disrupting everything. Something will break in. इतना बुरा भी नहीं है वो कह रहे हैं. In 6 months time, I think something is going to break up. The vendor and the entities are on the same ship. They have to find a way. I think something will happen in next 6 months time because the things cannot continue like this. But at the same time, for the people over here and for the people of Punjab, we need to find a way and survive the day and hope for the best that something will happen and something will break in.
Of course, you highlighted one of the major issue which, as a partner, we all are facing here. So you want to add?
Yeah, I can quickly add on to what Gurpreet ji and Alok ji said. There's 2 points which I wanted to touch upon. Like Alok ji said, 90% of the people are not willing for a change where they don't have an online presence in an IT market where our channel partners across the country needs an online presence, wherein FAIITA has already enabled this in form of an e-store which can be created by them with all the catalogs populated of all the brands, wherein at less than cost of a tea per day, they can have an online presence. This is one thing which FAIITA has already done, which has to be utilized by the members for creating their own online presence. And then point number 2, as the system integration vertical is really having enough opportunities and the government sector, so we have taken initiatives from FAIITA to make sure that the performance guarantee, which was earlier 10%, has been brought down to 3%, which is a great amount of, not blocking the fund flow of the partners.
Right. So there are good things also, we need to focus on, and we, as an association and as a brand, as an ND, we all have the panelists, mix of all the elements. As a media, we need to highlight these issues to raise the concern with the authority and the government. I would request all the guests, so please, we are just winding up this discussion. The last round of discussion is going on, so please listen this discussion and we'll have a Q&A also. So if you listen this, you'll be able to ask something relevant, which will be fruitful for all of us. Kamini ma'am, you have been associated with a lot of, partners across. So your message for them. So how long you are going to support them? Maybe they are facing some issues, maybe financial support and all, to crack any deal and all. So what all are you doing for them?
Yeah, very valid point. So the good news which I want to share with the partners is that the banks have also realized that the IT channel partners are, there have been no defaults. So they are ready to come forward and fund them.
Right.
And the NBFCs and the banks both are ready to fund. And T1 is an anchor. The anchor does the first due diligence. So after that, it is very easy for them to get funding for large projects. Even leasing for large projects can be done, because every day our passion is to, support the newer partners, the new heroes which are coming, and they bring orders which are worth 7 crore, 18 crore, and their turnovers are 2 crores. So we help them fund these kind of orders and execute very, very, in a very good way.
Right. So, not only the bank, even the distribution house like Iris is helping the partners.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing this. Alok, sir, moving to you. You talked about, your the IT 360 platform. This is one change you are bringing, and you're trying to connect with the partners. So, what will be your closing remarks on that initiatives which you have taken?
See, India IT 360 is a platform where we are connecting OEMs, startups with CIOs as well as partners. So today, in less than 2 years, we started this journey during the pandemic. We have got 27,000 plus partners registered with us who can create their catalog free of cost within the website. They get an encrypted link which they can send to their existing customers or whatever database they have got. Within no time, they can manage this e-store, this catalog page, this website within the India IT 360. And they can offer the schemes to their members. It's just a link they have to send. To OEMs also, all the OEMs can register their product line free of cost. There is no charges. Partners who wants that kind of product, they can search the OEM product free of cost. There is no charges.
Okay.
But when OEM wants to connect with the partners, then the business model of India IT 360 comes. We guarantee that whatever you can do in 2 years with the traditional method of marketing, we can do in 6 months' time for you. And we proudly say that we have been associated with the brands like Microsoft has done more than 6-7 campaigns with us. Dell has done the campaign with us. D-Link has done with us. Then that Shark Tank Prime Book,
Yeah.
he is also associated with us. And almost in last 1 year, 25 brands have started our services. Recently, one Indian laptop brand, another brand has tied up with us for the complete year. And we guarantee that at least 25,000 of their low-cost notebook, Windows-based, about 17,000 rupees will be available through the partners across the country. So that is the power of India IT 360 today. You bring a product which is good, we ensure that it is established within no time. That's the initiative. So CIOs are getting the best product, best services, whatever new technology is coming. Startups are reaching them. A lot of startups, we have got them connected to the CIOs where they are doing the free POC for their product.
Okay.
So all this connectivity helping the partners to reach to their customers, to do the business among themselves, find out which is the latest product available in the market. So this is what the initiative which is working on. We expect close to 50,000 partners associated with us by December 2024 in this portal, with about 3,000 plus CIOs, IT heads connected. A lot of startups, about 65 startups who don't have money to do the marketing, they want to give us the equity, small equity, and work at our cost to establish their product. We are working on the business model. So we see a lot of things happening in the near future for India IT 360.
Right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Sir, Ms. Sinha, the way you are, approaching and you are making this platform, I'm sure that, it's not about, it's a complete solution, and partners should get in touch with India, your platform, and definitely there is some good hope further, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, as a FAIITA VP, your closing remark for the partners who gathered here or who are watching us live, that what will be the next, kind of things which will be happening in this financial year? What are your plans? What new things are happening? How association is going to more stronger?
The new things which is happening is to make sure that we are going to be running a pilot project in certain territories where we are putting up a marketplace which is called as India IT Mall, where we are connecting all these individual stores which has been created by the partners, and it has been fully supported by brands. Brands have already committed support, and they have also committed funding for making sure that this initiative is a success, because brands are very much excited about this initiative from FAIITA, and we are planning to roll this out. This is something which is exciting. We are waiting to see the success of this. We expect this to get rolled out within the next 1 month time.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing your plans further. Rajesh, sir, as you are already working with large partner network across India with the support of Fortune Marketing, who is your national distributor for Acer and HP products. So what is, as per you, is the biggest pain point for the channel partners? Because, you might be interacting directly or indirectly. How you are working to resolve the issue and support them in their business?
Yeah, so based on my experience in the channels, and see, the biggest challenge we face these days and is the communication to and fro. When we talk about communication to and fro, a lot of issues come up on a day-to-day business, or anybody, any channels. Like a lot of people have been talking about how do we close the gaps. Now these gaps could be small issue not delivered to a new product being launched. So there are a lot of communication gaps which I see exist. So what we try to do is with the network of our distributors, in fact, it's not just Fortune, we have KBC, we have Fortune,
right.
we have UR Distri, the three distributors
right.
doing this network of products. So we are one of the biggest flash storage provider in the world from IC packaging point of view, and in India we are authorized, in fact worldwide we are authorized by HP and Acer both to manufacture and sell their SSDs, all storage kind of products. So what we see is that it's the communication gap which needs to be closed, and which we normally are underlining to our teams as well as the distributors team, that if there are any issues, close it as soon as possible. Now, that's the underlying thing which we look at. It could be any issue, but the channel partner should see that there is somebody in the vendor to support them. Now, if they are left alone, the brand goes for a toss. If they are taken care of, that brand works.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing. I'll close this discussion with your remarks, sir. You have to say something about how you're strengthening your association, how you're adding your members.
Like, I will take the opportunity to end the note on a positive note.
Right.
No matter the market is depleting, no matter what is happening around, but there is one silver lining. The market base, the customer base, the user base is increasing actually. The computers which are going to the schools, these left and right boxes which are coming in, may it be the brand refurbished, the outlet new, the import laptops, all these boxes which are coming into the market are not reported. And because they are not reported, they are still a number to count upon on. Yeah,
Yes.
This market is, so at the end of the day, the market is expanding. अब वो क्या वो somebody was writing कि मोबाइल के रेट में लैपटॉप मिल जाता है आजकल 15-20,000. So that customer who is buying an old laptop today or a PC today is your client for a SSD tomorrow, is his client for a Windows tomorrow. He will upgrade into a new technology, but the things won't work in the times to come with the OS and new things coming up. So let's have it, keep our faith, it's a silver lining, the computer base, the user base is increasing, and we can have better times in the times to come. Yeah. These are just, the phase is that these units are not getting reported. But actually the market base has increased.
So in a nutshell, you want to organize this, right? It's organized.
I'll just
you want to add, sir.
add to this.
Yeah.
Partners are making more money in refurbished laptop than the branded.
Right.
I didn't want to tell this.
And the second point,
Right.
see, you do the business, I don't do that business.
Everybody does it here. 80% of people are doing it. Because there is an opportunity
More
here.
than 30% of the market share is with refurbished laptop today. And where OEMs can control it, they are not doing anything for this, because the IPR is with them. They can talk to government and ensure that no refurbished laptop should get into India. Load of containers are coming. Nobody is stopping. Government is sleeping. How they are coming, it is not legally allowed. God knows. Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much for adding these points, which are very important to know all our audiences. I'll complete this discussion, and it's really pleasure to talking you all. Thank you so much. You guys are very patient. And so as we are running out of time, so we'll not have a Q&A. These panelists are here. You can connect with them and you can have one-on-one discussion.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request all the panelists to please stay back here on the stage. And I would also request Mr. Rajesh to please felicitate our panelists. To start with, I would request Mr. Alok Gupta, the president of PCAIT. Can we please have you a little further off the stage? Can we please have Mr. Alok Gupta here on the stage once again, the president of PCAIT? Can we have a big round of applause for him? I will request everybody else as well to please take your seats. We have the award ceremony right after this. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Alok Gupta? And next I would like to request Mr. S. Karthikeyan, the Senior Vice President of FAIITA. Can we please have you here? Applauses everyone. And next we have Mr. Rajesh Khurana, the Country Manager Consumer Business, BIWIN Technology. Applauses for him as well, everyone. And next we have the lady herself, Miss Kamini Talwar, Director of Iris Global Service Private Limited. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us, ma'am. Last but not the least, I would request Mr. Gurpreet Singh Jagdev, the President of PACT. Can we please have you here? I would request everybody else as well, all those who are sitting behind, to please be active and pay attention to this one. I would request all of you all to please put your hands together for all these information that they have just shared with us. Was very knowledgeable and they completely deserve one big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rajiv.